Okay, bro. Dirty.
Imagine we saw that shit on Twitter. Like, what are they doing? Like,
Um, oh, happy 1 year, bro. Neta,
happy 1 year,
güey.
bro.
Happy 1 year. Es
Neta,
nuestro
bro.
pinche cumpleaños, güey.
Un año.
Un año, güey, la neta.
Oh, wait, are we looking at the camera or no?
You can do whatever you want, bro.
Okay,
I just want to
okay,
be. I want to like. I just want to be like a conversation, but
okay.
it's both. It's really both, bro.
I'm gonna break the third wall.
How you feeling, man?
Feel great, bro. We're in LA, man. Look at the weather, bro. It's beautiful. Not
Yeah,
really,
wey.
but like
Look at the sun, bro.
it feels beautiful.
Like, look, that man's beautiful on his bike.
Alright.
Like, life is beautiful. Like, that car is beautiful. Pinche tree looks beautiful as fuck, bro. For real.
Yeah, man.
Like, on God, bro.
I was sick, but now I'm feeling healthy.
Yeah, dude was sick yesterday.
We gotta be grateful for our health, man.
Nah, dead ass. 1 year. How you feel the year went?
The year went. I think it went by fast. I think you know, if I'm looking back at it, it's a lot of lessons. I feel like it's kind of like a new game plus. Like once you finish a playthrough, a campaign, and you're like, damn, like I kind of like, you don't memorize every single level, but you memorize maybe the key things about how to go through like certain obstacles. So it made this first year of this new playthrough. It made it exciting, and it was still a learning experience, I would say.
Yeah, no, after that.
How do you feel?
Oh, same way. Like, it feels like just yesterday we were doing like our first Spook and Freak, which is like, yeah, like it just feels like it was yesterday, and then now we did the second one. So this year went by fast. Like, it's been definitely a learning experience. Like, I feel like it was weird, from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a year, like contrasting this first year to like all the other years, like it was definitely different. I felt like I was adapting a lot. In a way, I feel like I was relearning things. Like, I feel like I have a different mindset altogether. Especially like on the last years of like Chroma, I was like, every day I was focused like, fuck, I gotta make it. And I was just like anxious all the time about making it.
Yeah.
And here I'm just like, I feel like I'm relearning how to be not relearning how to be an artist, because you said like we're New Game Plus, like we already know a lot, but like I feel like I have a whole different outlook nowadays. Like, I'm just trying to do this as long as possible. So like I was just trying to basically overcome emotionally like the transition, and then like figure out like what's the most effective way of doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the most practical way of making this my career?
So just listening to you, like you think you're kind of seeing it more of like a marathon than a sprint.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. So how do you like in like day to day like creative life? Like how do you adapt your mentality like to that?
I personally feel like I need to be more consistent. I don't think I do enough creative work, or as much as I would like to. But the marathon just happens with like doing as much as you can on a day-to-day basis. Like, I said, at least doing one thing that helps your career move forward. Like, if that's doing a TikTok, if that's like writing a verse, or like meeting up with you, or like trying to plan things. But I personally feel like this year, like especially the last few months, like I feel like I'm like a lot of this year I was trying to like overcome it emotionally, because like we basically went through like a breakup. So it's like I was trying to like there was days where like I would go with dreams of like Chroma's getting back together and shit like that. And like I was trying to overcome that a lot of the time. I was like, or like I feel like I'm like racing against a ghost on Mario Kart. You know, like when you did the lap, when you do the ghost races and you're like racing against yourself. It's kind of like I feel like this year was just a lot of that. So just like making it a marathon is just like doing as much as you can, bro. Like, especially like I think we were talking about this yesterday, but like our whole career has basically been like fighting for every inch. Like I feel like we haven't gone like a, not that we haven't gone lucky. We definitely have gone lucky in some aspects.
Mhm.
The people that we meet, the opportunities we get, but I feel like a lot of it, like we're just like trying to inch. Like how can we get an inch doing here, like going here, doing this. So the marathon is just like a game of inches.
Yeah.
The more inches you like gain, like over the year, you're gonna have a fucking yard.
Yeah, and I think kind of like you at some point you do reach like a milestone or like a glimmer of like hope. Like it could be something someone said to you,
Uh-huh.
or how a song that we made kind of like touch someone. Like if they express that to us.
Mhm.
After this last Spook and Freak, Mario, who's like talented as fuck, like with the videos and everything. Like shout out him. He told me he was like, and it was like it really meant a lot. Like after the performance, he was like don't give up, man. Like y'all are right there. And he was like, so you know he was going. Yeah, he was really like just talking a lot about how he was really grateful about how we were so open to collaboration. And I think that is something that we're always looking out for. Like we're always open to collaboration. I think we're always open to building like a community, and it's I think that that's something that I really enjoyed about this past year, because we kind of got to look at collaborations in a new light. It wasn't more so like, okay, we have all of these, we have, because as Trauma, like we had like more numbers, and we were looking at collaborations like differently, like maybe on like how can we get to that next step, the collaborations. And then I feel like with Phantasma, it was like let's look around at our community, because the obvious thing, one is like budget, and it's just changing your approach, because I feel like we didn't want to do the same, we didn't want to approach things the same way anymore. So I think that again, just going back to that, like yeah, like those words like really touched me. So I think it is like inch by inch, like you're just trying to do whatever you can to get a little higher. But I think that's also a good way to think about this past year. Just like there's been little glimmers of hope.
One of the questions I was gonna ask you is like, what are you most grateful for on year one as an artist? For
year one, I think I'm grateful for kind of being able to explore a different side of me as an artist, which I feel like I've always had this for a while. I've had this internal battle of like, how do I balance like my influences? Because I'm hugely into like rock music, like alternative, like so many artists like that, like Radiohead, Arctic Monkeys, so many I can't name on the spot. But also I want to keep like the core of like hip hop, and I feel like I've been allowed to kind of explore like both sides of that, even with songs like SMH, and like with Mimi. I feel like I feel like this kind of freedom, like where I'm not as afraid to release what I might see as like deep cuts, like because you make a song and then you might be totally wrong, but you're like, okay, this one's people are gonna catch on to this one more than this one. But you make some songs and you're like, I really like this for me. I really like this for me. So you're kind of indulging yourself a little bit, but you also see the quality in it, which is important. Like you don't like overindulge yourself. You're just releasing stuff just to release it. But I think I'm grateful for having the freedom to drop those tracks, and also for you like being so open like in dropping those tracks, because I feel like it's a new kind of freedom.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm glad. That's definitely like something that going into this, I was like I want to give the freedom to both of us like be able to express ourselves as much as we can.
Hmm.
And I think it's cool. Like in our last group, like Chroma, like we were always doing the songs like, okay, you get a third, like, okay, you already did a verse, all right, let's get someone else in.
Hmm.
Like we would try to split it in like even parts, but I just want to create things and like just have it like people not be able to guess what's next. So it's so cool. Or like, I guess I just wanted to give space this time around.
Yeah, I feel like something we're kind of still keeping alive, like in the soul of our music, is like also like that, like our heritage. You know, like how we approach the songs, the things we talk about. And the song that of ours that's like performing the best right now is Phantasmas, which you know you were a big part of that song, and how you like poured out like your story about like losing your dog Sweetie and all that. And I feel like it's a very touching song whenever we perform it, and just listening back. And something I wanted to ask you is like looking at that song and some of the other songs we have where you might be singing or rapping in Spanish and then you also switch back and forth to English. I'm curious like how you approach like song if you approach songwriting differently like in Spanish or English, like how
Mm,
you yeah, how you approach it differently, if at all.
I definitely feel like I feel like I'm like Two Face, like the villain, is like
Yeah.
I definitely feel like I have two sides, like, and I think over the years I've kind of learned how each of them operates.
Mm-hmm.
Like English is very like it's almost like I'm like attacking the verse. Like I'm like it definitely serves its purpose. Like I feel like if I'm trying to hop on a hype song, and also the way that English works is very like staccato.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like most of the time you'll hear me like in English do like hype songs because I know they'll pierce through,
Mm-hmm.
and I know my rapping ability in English is a lot more keen.
Yeah.
When in Spanish, I feel like Spanish is more round, like it's more emotional. I feel like the ends of words are like it just feels round to me. So
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of the singing or more melodic parts, like I just automatically go to Spanish. And a lot of it is just like throughout the years, there's been a lot of trial and error. Like I feel like now it's like almost instinctive.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have to figure it out. It almost like a beat comes on, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Phantasma's been interesting because
Mm-hmm.
this group, because like I'll switch to English and like for like a line, and it's unintentional. I'll
Yeah.
just like, oh, this would rhyme right here, and I kind of feel like that's fine to say. And I feel like I didn't do that before,
Yeah.
where I'll have like one line in English and then I'll go back to Spanish, or like I would just do the whole verse in Spanish. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a ever developing thing. Like who knows? Like maybe one day I'll do one line English, but overall, I feel like I know how to like instinctively attack it now over so many years of practicing. But that's how kind of I go about it. What about you? What about you? Because you did Spanish, like Mimi, and
Mm-hmm.
how do you do that? How do you go forward?
I think for me, I think for me, I do have kind of a sense of insecurity when it comes to like Spanish parts, just because I think I'm blessed to have grown up like in a bilingual household. Even though both my parents are Mexican, but I was raised speaking English to my dad and to my mom Spanish. But whenever it comes to songwriting, it's different than just speaking. You kind of gotta dig deep for like metaphors or emotional
Uh,
storytelling. So there's a lot more like nuance you have to sprinkle in there. Um, so I feel like for me, I feel like for me, what it is how can I say a lot by saying a little, in a way. Like I don't think I'm able to get as wordy as I would want to, but I think that and I could easily view that as like a limitation, but I think it lets me it I see it more of like a strength my way. Like I'm playing to my strengths. Like I think I'm able to kind of say a lot by saying a little. Like whether it's in the hooks or whether I'm painting a picture and I'm leaving things to interpretation. I think that limitation actually makes for good storytelling in my way. When I'm talking about Spanish. With English, I mean, I grew up reading a lot. I feel like I like to use like a lot of like my vocabulary and just I like getting wordy with English. But melody is also something that's I just love like a good melody. Like that's something that like fuels me. Like finding like the next like great melody. It's something like that's what fuels me. A great melody. Yeah. But I think it's definitely different in Phantasma than it was with Chroma, and how I approach that. I feel like I have like more of a freedom in there.
I'm glad you have that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm definitely very grateful for that too.
Wanted to sprinkle in a question from some of our fans. So July's is asking, what artist introduced you to rap?
I feel like I've said this before, but like, you know how I grew up, like I didn't have a phone and I was listening to radio. I was the first artist that introduced me to rap. I think the first rap verse where I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy, was Kanye on the Katy Perry song Alien.
E.T.
Yeah, E.T. That, and then the Eminem song "Not Afraid." Like, so I saw that music video on MTV like when I was getting ready for school, and I was like, oh wait, this is kind of sick, because I didn't really like, or I was very influenced by your music taste in middle school, because you were listening to a lot of indie, and like I was trying to, like, you were listening to Cinema Club, Two Door Cinema Club, and stuff like that. So I was like very like into that stuff, and I was kind of rejecting hip hop in a way. And then I don't know, that like those two songs introduced me to rap, but then like fucking what's it, Panda? What's that song? Panda.
And Designer.
Yeah. that song was like, oh shit, I fuck with rap. And then Lil Uzi Vert. And then
damn, that's the song that did
it. That's the song where I was like, yo. That's
the song that did it, man.
Because I was in a like indie thing. I don't know. I was just influenced by what you were listening to.
Shit.
It's interesting.
Shout out Designer, man. Shout out Designer. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I got some questions for you too. Luna said, what's your motivation to continue to make music?
I think my motivation, what it comes down to is it's really my passion at this point. Like, I feel like I see it as a way to be able to express myself in a way that I'm not able to in day-to-day life. Like, I feel like it's giving me an outlet that I'm very grateful for to have discovered. So I think for me, it's like a form of, it's like therapeutic almost. Like something might happen and I get excited about making a song about it, because I feel like that's what's fueled most of our, like, my favorite songs of ours. That's what gets me excited whenever it's time to record or it's time to write a song. And I feel like I also get satisfaction from piecing together and completing a song. Like, it feels like a puzzle sometimes. Something that comes to mind is like Sweet Nothings. Whenever we were trying to finish it, we had that kind of like that beat switch where the strings come in, and how I was kind of putting together the strings like in MIDI, but it felt like such a puzzle that I didn't know if we could put it together, like, because the first part of the song like was very dancey. You had like the very dry sounding drums, and then it
Uh-huh.
turns into this like kind of like a little bit orchestral.
Hmm.
So it was like, how do we bridge those two parts together by maintaining like the same feeling,
Hmm.
while still maintaining the same feeling. Um, so I feel like once it started coming together, and I didn't really know if the last outro part that I sang, if it would go well.
Hmm.
But once it like grew on us, and then we took a step back and we looked at the song as a whole. It was very satisfying to have realized, like, okay, we put this puzzle together, and now it's there. Like,
Yeah.
it's long lasting. It's
Yeah.
and that also leads me to another thing, just how long lasting it is. Like the people that listen to it this year is one thing, but like the people that are gonna find it in hopefully a year, in 5 years, like, maybe in 10 years. There's artists that I'm like discovering like now, like from 10 years ago, that I never would have thought, like, to have heard something like that. So
Uh-huh.
it gives me satisfaction to hopefully that'll be the case.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's really what motivates me.
I'm just thinking back at that session real quick.
Yeah.
Like when we finished Sweet Nothings, because
Yeah.
we were just, bro. Like, cause at one point were we not gonna drop it at all, right? Cause it, or like it was like we were just working on it like a shit ton, cause we didn't know how to finish it right.
Yeah, no. It was
And then
yeah,
no,
it was tough. It was tough.
I
But
think that was the hardest part of this year, like
Sweet
finishing that
Nothings.
song, finishing that song.
Sweet Nothings. Yeah, that one. 'Cause I remember we were trying to make a summer song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to make a summer song, and like we tried, and we were close to scrapping it.
Yeah.
We were close to scrapping it.
No, I remember. Damn.
Yeah,
But you came through, bro, on the screens. That shit was crazy, bro. And the way you sang that part on the bridge, I was like, man, this is sick. So sick.
Oh, that also brings to mind like another question. Like, is there another song like besides that you feel like this year was also a case of putting together a puzzle that you didn't see the big picture for at first? Like that was kind of an obstacle.
An obstacle? So let me think. Sweet Nothings. I think not necessarily a song, but our discography is kind of a puzzle. I feel like we're sort of still figuring it out, because like there's a transition from Chroma to now. Like we're still trying to find that balance of like, are we hip hop? Are we indie? Are we alternative? Are we? And I think like it's like it's not. I guess it's an internal struggle. Like with our identity, there's so many. We're multifaceted. Like I want to like some days I'll listen to hella indie, and some days I'll listen to hip hop a lot, or for like I'll go for weeks at a time where I'm just listening to hip hop, and then I get tired and I start listening to hella indie, and then I'll switch back and forth. But like I think like our whole discography is like a puzzle that we've been working through. It's been very interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like sometimes I like hearing what people think. Like people are like, dude, I just love your hip hop shit. And then we have new people coming in that fuck with the indie shit. So it's just like it's just like a weird puzzle. Like the whole discography as a whole, I would say. And Sweet Nothings has been the hardest part of like trying to piece it together.
So like kind of going off of that, like does it worry you at all to be considered like a jack of all trades in terms of genre?
Yeah, I think so, because you see all these people popping off, and they'll have one thing they do, and that's what they're known for, and that's a forte. Like I'm gonna just use this like example. Like Malcolm Todd, like you knew him as like basically like the white boy Steve Lacy on TikTok.
Yeah.
And he had that coin, and he started like exponentially growing, because you like when those type of artists, you go to them for one specific mood. They're like, oh, I feel like listening to this type of thing. I'll go to Malcolm Todd and listen. Just run the discography. So in a way, it does worry me, because like just like looking at a business standpoint, like what do they come for us for? Like I guess we want them to be known for something. Like, and I see all these artists like doing really well. They're like they only do Spanish rock, or they'll only do hip hop, or they'll only do, and they'll become known for that type of thing that they do. So it's a little bit. I don't know. There was a word worrying. I guess yeah. It's a little bit worrying that we're jack of all trades. In some ways, it's a forte. Like when people come to a show, I think that's when it becomes a forte.
Yeah.
Like you don't come here just for sad indie songs. Like you're coming here to like yearn. Then you're gonna be jumping. Then you're gonna be listening to some fire ass hip hop. So in a live setting, it's our forte. Like I think people come for a well-rounded show, and I'm very grateful for that. I am. Yeah, I guess I'm still trying to figure out like what do we do? Like what's gonna benefit us the most? But at the end of the day, it's like I'm just trying to have fun this time around.
Yeah.
Instead of I think also next year I'm trying to overthink less and just do.
So the way I kind of look at it is, again, going back to the whole puzzle analogy.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since I put together a puzzle, but if you put together a puzzle and then at the end you just have a blue square, or if you just have a red square, then you could have put the puzzle together anyway. But I think if you put it together and you have this kind of like collage, then I think it's more satisfying at the end of having put it together. And it's something that I just thought of right now, like just asking you that, because I feel like it is something that we've asked ourselves internally, like what, what's our genre? People ask me like, what kind of music do you make? And I don't know. Sometimes I just summarize it by saying like indie music, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like naturally you want to be able to put yourself under a title, from a business standpoint. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like it's funny. I've been struggling. Like I'll go on TikTok and 1 month I'm like hip hop duo, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Then I'm like Chicano hip hop duo. Then I'll change it. I'm like alternative rap, and I'm like, shit. I'm gonna just like give up on giving ourselves a title, and like I think next year I'm not even gonna put like what genre we are. So, genreless. I think that's fucking hard. I don't know, but that's fucking I didn't even think about it like that. Like the big puzzle at the end. Like that's what matters most.
That's what we're doing. So I got a question from Xerox_is_a_sweat. How did you and AWOL meet? We're gonna do a little swap.
What's up, y'all?
Morning, y'all. We're gonna answer this again.
We'll answer this.
Basically, what happened was we were making music in the Dallas local scene.
Yeah.
And I was at this house show that Chroma had. It was like maybe I think it was the first show as Chroma actually. Because before that we were Flamingo. It was the first show as Chroma. It was a house show. Chroma had gone on, and then it was someone else's turn to set up, like a band. And that band let AWOL like do a couple songs. So basically he was doing moves by AWOL. He was doing that song, and like his footwork was just, it was blowing me away, and I was like, damn. I was just who's
dancing.
That?
I was just this little kid dancing in this middle of this random house filled with people for a house show. And all I had was one song or two songs that they were letting me do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do moves and I'm gonna try my best, because that was like my second show too, I think. And then after that, I think we had already been following each other, I think. But I think y'all reached out to make music, to like make one song or something, and then it turned into like a whole project.
Actually, I think I remember the first time I even like saw you online was John.
Yeah.
I made an article about Verano.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to network, so I was like, fuck it, let me try to like all these artists, and then I started seeing like John's page, where he would like post blogs and stuff like that. But you just submit my project I just made it this article. See if you go write something about it, and then yeah, John posted about it. Shout out John.
Oh, John. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. And now we're still here, all the way in LA,
All the way in
making
LA,
music.
making music, bro.
On a Camp Flog now.
Going to Camp Florida. I will say I'm very grateful that you exist, and
Appreciate it.
that
You too, bro.
that
Y'all too, bro.
I feel very grateful to be like your, not only your friend, but like our collaborator. It's like, I feel like every time I make music with you specifically, like you bring out like the best in people you collaborate with. Like it kind of feels like,
Thank you.
I don't know if you've ever had this analogy or you've ever experienced this, but like you're like playing soccer with your team, but then like it was specifically for me, I like tried out for like academies, and I was playing with another caliber of players.
Mm.
And it just like makes you be on your A game.
Yeah.
So every time I make music with you, I feel like it brings out a different side of me. And like
I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
I feel like I gotta be on my P's and Q's. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just grateful for y'all, because every time for me it's like when we first made the first like couple songs, it was like felt like an opportunity for me to try something different that I wouldn't normally be able to, I guess, confidently tackle by myself. Y'all gave me like the confidence to be like, you know what? Fuck what I think an AWOL beat sounds like. This is like cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It can be anything.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm.
And I take that with me even now. So like it like changed the directory of like what type of music I wanted to make after meeting y'all. So
oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. Man.
All right, I'm going back behind the camera, y'all.
Vic said, with the more recent changes to the group, do you feel your creative output has been limited?
No, definitely not. I feel like it's been. I feel like it's improved. I feel better than ever. I feel like it breathed new life into me. You know, I feel like a different person. Mm-hmm. Like I look back and you know, like I look back at that time and it felt very run and gun in the best kind of way. Like we were, we started like what, 2017, 18, around there, just making, whatever. And it felt like that was needed. It felt like we were just dropped into a sandbox and we were just playing. Like we were exploring the world. Like kind of when you're in like kindergarten, at least for me, I remember being in like there's a dedicated time just for playtime, and there's recess. Like all you were doing is exploring. Like you were exploring different things. But as you grow up, you're kind of there is more structure, but you kind of do get more freedom with that. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't drive across the state when you're 5 years old. You're still exploring your left from your right. And I feel like the best way I can put it is now I feel like I'm able to absorb things musically and explore it in a more profound way, with more meaning. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I feel like it was a necessary change, and it was. I don't think it's been limiting in the slightest.
Well, I love that analogy.
What about I feel like I gotta ask you the same question.
I think to some people it might look that way because we went from 4 people operating a group to 2, and like I had to like learn how to print shirts, and I had to learn how to just like little things like I guess we have a little bit more responsibility, just a little bit. So in some ways, like our creative output seems less maybe. But like the other day, I was actually like looking back and thinking about that. I We have been more productive this year than like the Escroma,
Mm-hmm.
especially because I feel like towards the end, like we just weren't, our output wasn't good. Like just creating things, like I felt very limited and unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like I think it takes a lot more effort to drop something, and I don't know if that's necessarily that's not a bad thing. If that makes sense. It's a little more calculated, like you said. Like we're not exploring, we're not just like learning. Now it's just executing, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot more that goes on now to a
Yeah.
drop. Like it's a lot, like those were the training wheels, and now like we're doing New Game Plus, and I feel like to some people it may look like it's harder, or we're outputting less, but there's a lot more that we're more involved in. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's exciting, and it's been a learning curve for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily like love like editing, and I've been like exploring editing and like exploring like making a cover. Like what's the cover look like in my brain?
Yeah.
So it makes it more open, but I think to the outward eye it may look like we're being limited, like because we're only two people tackling a business, but it goes on both sides. We might have been dropping more at some point as Chroma, but that's because we were 4 people or 5 people, 6 people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think my goal is to have more output next year, anyways. Overthinking a little bit less, and just doing, because I think that's like what I want to. I want to be an artist that just does things. And I think that's what makes me happy. Like
Yeah.
I hate overthinking, waking up and overthinking like, oh, what can I do to have a TikTok pop off, instead of just like having it be part of my routine,
Right.
or just creating covers or just creating logos and just having it be part of who I like what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
That's my goal in 2026. Is just like, or like moving forward, because like we have a song coming up. I just want to be making things, because I think the most happy I was this year. Not even like, I just avoided the question, but the most happy I was this year was when before we even dropped the song. Like we were just making shit. Like before we even dropped our first Phantasma song, we like made a whole album of music. And I think that's when I was the most happy with my creative output. This was when I wasn't thinking what people were thinking, because we weren't posting online. I wasn't focused about numbers, because numbers didn't matter. And it just was the most free I had been, like creating anything in like 4 years or 3 years. So I want to get back to that. Like I almost wish there was like a TikTok app where I wouldn't be able to look at the numbers. But I guess as a business owner, like I gotta look at how things are.
Yeah.
Like I almost, like the artist side of me, I wish I could just output, and I'd be happy with the output without looking at the numbers. Like I wish that didn't exist. And I guess my goal is to work to a point where that doesn't matter.
Right.
Like it already like I'll post a TikTok, and like we're still like able to do what we can, like whatever we love, because we just have the people there. So that's my goal, is to get to that point.
Right. Gives you more freedom.
Yeah. But yeah, just derailed the fucking question. But I guess my last question is, what's your biggest goal as an artist in 2026? Like this next year?
2026. I feel like I think in 2026, I really want to. I had like a dream like the other night about a song, that I made. Like it was like a melody, and I remember like the last time like I had a dream about a song. It was Encounters. Like I remember like I dreamt about a song called Encounters, and I didn't like dream of the melody or anything, but just the name of the song. But this time I actually dreamt about like like I heard like the melody, but I don't remember it anymore. So I feel like my goal in 2026 is to make the kind of song that maybe I dreamed about. Like I want like I want to yeah. I feel like if I dreamed about it, then it's within me. So I wanna make that song. Like I wanna rediscover it. I wanna find it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'll be the happiest person if I make that song in 2026.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
So we got Jackie online. She's asking, how does it feel knowing you're a part of one of the best upcoming duos right now? Thank you, Jackie online.
Thanks, Jackie. Jackie, that's a great question, Jackie. Jackie been there for a long time. And a lot of y'all that send in the questions been here for a long time, so thank you. But thank you for being here still. How does it feel? It feels really cool. I feel very blessed. Who knows? Maybe like after Chroma, like maybe everyone would have given up or something. But I think I'm very grateful that like you brought up this opportunity to continue doing what we love, especially like there's a lot of people that were here, like they're gone, like that were there in the music scene when we started, they're gone. Like our whole, like we were talking about our music scene when we started with AWOL, everyone's gone. Half the people either stop making music, they start a family, and more than like, I'm grateful for the opportunity of like us still wanting to go forward with this, because it's been a long time coming, long time growing. Like I don't think I'd be able to live with myself if it had just ended there, or if it like if I don't make it, because I just want to like wake up and make things. Like that's like my dream in life. Like I want to wake up and make things with my friends. Like I just want to create things. I want to like perform in front of thousands of people, and like I feel like my whole life I'd just be walking around like thinking like, oh, what could have happened? Because I feel like when I was younger, I loved soccer and I was playing soccer every day. I just didn't have the people. I didn't have the support. Who know, like the circumstances that I live in, money, how I grew up, like etc. Like it just didn't happen. And I feel like this is the dream I guess I was meant for. I just love creating stories, and I'm just blessed that you're here. So support each other in a way. Because I think I was telling John, like he had asked me like, could you do this by yourself? And I said no. Or I don't know who I was telling that. Like I can't do this without Blue. Or like I think someone asked me like, I think it was when Chroma was breaking up. They were like could you do this? Like, well, what's your biggest like? I was like, I can't do it without Alex. Like, I can't imagine doing this without Alex. So I'm thankful for you, bro. I'm just That's actually
that's it. Thank you for you too, bro.
That shit. So that's your one. If you watch this whole thing, you're fucking cool as fuck. Looking forward to the next year. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.